Tune in every Monday at 1:30 p.m. for A Woman's Worth. A Woman's Worth. Hosted by Minister Wendy H. Lewis. Topics will include the rights of men and women, gender-based violence, entrepreneurship, financial literacy, personal development, and much more. A Woman's Worth. Hosted by Minister Wendy H. Lewis every Monday at 1:30 p.m. right here on I-95.5 FM.
This program is sponsored by the Trinidad and Tobago Corporate Training Academy, Little Africa, a voice with Bishop Dexter James, the Trinidad and Tobago Mortgage Finance Company Limited, Dag Coins, and Success Factory.
Miss Wendy H. Lewis is an ordained minister at Warriors Assembly Growing Church Breakthrough Ministries International under Apostle, Bishop, and Prophet Dr. Dexter James, an author, certified protocol officer, corporate trainer, mentor, motivational speaker, radio and television host, communications and marketing strategist. Minister Wendy H. Lewis also owns and manages the Trinidad and Tobago Corporate Training Academy, formerly the Trinidad and Tobago School of Protocol, and is the chair and district manager of Caribbean Women Honors and Empowerment Trinidad and Tobago chapter. Joining the I-95 family with her program, A Woman's Worth, let's welcome Minister Wendy H. Lewis.
Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Good afternoon, Cameron.
Good afternoon, Minister Wendy.
How are you?
I'm great on this
How was
side.
your weekend?
My weekend was okay.
It was okay?
Yeah, it was okay.
Okay, so we have a tight program this afternoon. I want to say good afternoon to my mom, my bishop, everyone who's logged on the Facebook Live, Sister Valerie, Annette Toussaint, loads of people, Jacqueline, a whole crew on the Facebook Live. So we were talking last week about mental health, and you felt left out.
Yeah.
Because we had, and I want to say thank you again to Sasha Romano, who joined us last week and shared an amazing testimony and gave a lot of sisters some hope where mental health is concerned. And, you know, this is Mental Health Month, and mental illness is something that occurs in people of all ages, regardless of the race, the ethnic background, and it affects both men and women.
Yes, it does.
So last week we would have spoken about, you know, the woman, and this week we want to talk about how does it affect men. And before I do that, I want to say that Caribbean Women Honors and Empowerment, the Trinidad and Tobago chapter, good afternoon to all its directors, are hosting a Facebook Live on the 29th of May at 5 p.m. with clinical psychologist Dr. Popplewell to discuss mental health illness, particularly with men and women, but more so men, because men seemingly find it difficult to speak out about things of that nature. Yeah. So that will be on the 29th of May at 5 p.m. and we'll continue advertising that as we go along. But some of the warning signs of mental illness: noticeable changes in energy level or mood, appetite changes, anger, aggression, compulsive or reckless behavior, changes in sleep habits, difficulty concentrating, feeling of hopelessness, feeling anxious or stress, etc. But one of the things I looked at is that gender is correlated with the prevalence of certain mental disorders, including depression, anxiety, and somatic complaints. For example, women are more likely to be diagnosed, and this is based on statistics. This is not Dr. Wendy H. Lewis and Dr. Cameron or Dr. I-95. This is based on statistics. Gender is correlated with the prevalence of certain mental disorders, including depression, anxiety, and somatic complaints. So, for example, women are more likely to be diagnosed with major depression, while men are more likely to be diagnosed with substance abuse and antisocial personality disorder. And for me, this is just me, that is because men suppress their emotions so much and women speak out a lot more. So whenever a man is faced with a particular, whether it's a disorder or mental health illness or any one of these symptoms that may lead to mental illness, we were talking last week, why is it so difficult for a man to share that with another man?
It's come like, sometimes you feel ashamed.
Okay.
You feel ashamed to go out and, really tell them like, yo, this is what happening.
Why?
Or probably we feel because we know that we love to laugh at each other. We make fun of it.
So men aren't as serious as women.
No, we don't have that support group as, remember last week I was saying we don't have that support group like the women. Sometimes a woman is brokenhearted and,
all the girlfriends come around.
All the girlfriends will come there, they either will go to the mall or she will spend the night over or someone will spend the night over by her. But with us men, it's different. We don't have no brethren because based on what you said, even if a brethren come across is either to take a smoke or to take a drink. And after that drink, after that high, the problem's still there.
So they don't discuss it even within the smoke or the drink?
Yeah, we will discuss it, but it come like you wouldn't get that real what you're looking for then. Yeah, we'll discuss it. Things will be good while the brethren there.
Right.
But when that brethren, it's not like, the women will stick around, as I say, will spend a night, or you could come and stay at my place, and, until you will leave, until, that feeling change, it's different.
So is
we
it
will
that...
quicker say, like, you see what going on with camera, and but I hear the air, and I hear the man, girlfriend, this and that, or I hear things ain't going good. It's more like, like, it's a movie for us. It's Jones, it's gossip. We don't have that, My boy, come forget that, well, is either you look to someone elder, and then you would be able to relate to, and then you have to search for that elder. Because you wouldn't go and tell it to any elder. You have to search for someone who you think, all right, this person, okay, but I think I will get good advice from this person. Because I was going through, remember I said I was going through some, some problems there, and it reached max. It reached max when I was here on the job, so I could not take it again. So I had to look around this entire building, to see who I could really, who is this? And Benoit was there.
Right.
He was the person to reach out, and he gave me some good advice.
So it exists. The men who can support you exist.
Yeah, they are, but it's hard to find.
Wow.
It's hard to find.
Is it then that women are more solution oriented in that, when they gather, when us women gather, when somebody has a problem, it start to pull in the troops. And it's like, okay, so we've highlighted the problem. This is what you're experiencing. This is what you're facing. What are we going to do about it? How can we make the situation better? And is it that men, I don't want to say that they're not solution oriented. Is it that they don't think they have the answers, or that pride, that shame that you mentioned earlier is preventing them from going towards the answers?
That is what preventing us. Yeah,
okay,
that's
so
pride.
So it's a mindset thing. We need to kill that thing called pride.
Even to speak with a male family member and all, you will quicker run to a female family member.
Right. But even growing up, because I grew up with guys, I was the only girl. So men were taught for decades to suppress their feelings. If you cry, you get called all sorts of not nice names. And so you suppress your feelings.
I hide and cry.
There you go.
I hide and cry.
Is it why? Why do you hide and cry?
Because I don't want nobody to see me cry.
Why?
I don't know. Probably I don't know the reason why. Because I
yes,
feel
you do.
If you see me cry, you will think, well, I'm a Sophie.
There you go. So that it's not that you don't know.
You crying, boy. Like men don't cry, and you crying, boy, and So to avoid all that, I would hide and cry. Yeah, I would even take the pillow and put it on my face and
bawl,
so no one wouldn't hear me bawling.
So that's suppressing. You're suppressing stuff inside. And then when it reached a peak point, suppose there's a day when there's no Benoit around.
Well, that's when, I will have to say that's when my family voice keeps ringing in my head. My grandmom especially, she would say, keep on praying. Especially my aunt. Yeah. Good afternoon, Annette. She would say, keep on praying no matter what you do. Just keep on praying.
Right.
So I would pray and cry myself to sleep.
But I hear you, and that's the reality of it. So it's not a case of agreeing or disagreeing. That's the reality of it. That's one of the reasons why we decided, even when Chawi, which is Caribbean Women Honors and Empowerment, decided to do this Facebook Live, I said Facebook Live and Zoom, because there will be people who would join the Facebook Live, men, who will not ask a single question. They wouldn't even like a comment because they wouldn't want anyone else to know that I'm going through this. Or because Facebook is an open platform, which is why we've also added the Zoom component. So people will get the link and you can come on the Zoom, you can change your name on the Zoom, you can take your video off on the Zoom, you can still ask questions on the Zoom, because at the end of the day, what we're aiming to do is not just highlight a problem because it's Mental Health Awareness Month, but we want to be able to give solutions. We want to be able to boost morale. We want to be able to let men know, you know what, it's okay to cry. I remember when we had, when St. Vincent was experiencing that last episode with the volcano and stuff, and Dr. Ralph Gonzalez did a press conference and he literally poured his eyes out with no remorse. Didn't wonder who was listening, the passion he felt for the country at the time. And a lot of people commented on the fact that he cried, as though he's human. This is something that has taken place. And I think a lot of times over the years, there's a stigma attached to men having zero emotions. And I don't think that is really the case. So to the men out there who feel, a similar situation, we invite you on the 29th of May. Log on to the Facebook account, facebook.com CWHETNT, Chawi TNT, and just inbox and say, I want to be a part of it. I mean, all the marketing is going to start this afternoon. You will get the Zoom link. You'll be able to come in the waiting room. You'll also be able to have consultation with other, counselors and stuff, because we can't just say men do this a particular way or men feel this way or men, and not coming up with a solution.
Sometimes, you feel like, I think sometimes we cry because, or, we say it's come like, you're trying your best.
Right.
It come like, you're putting out 100.
And you're not seeing anything.
And nobody, apart from not seeing anything, is like nobody telling you, yo, you're doing a good job, you're doing 100.
So lack of support as well.
Lack of support, all that have a part to play with it sometimes. And then some people don't even know what love is. True. Very true. So a man might be, giving love, and
the way he knows how.
And the other person don't know what love is. They don't know how to receive love.
Right.
Probably they don't know what they never experienced love before. And this sometimes may, trip off the man.
Right.
Because I'm just drawing a scenario here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So I'm just, putting out all, not getting any. And like this, I realize this is causing a whole lot of conflict, right or wrong, in relationships now.
Well, I think
vice versa.
Yeah.
Because, there are women too who feel that, they're giving all this love. And like the man, he don't know how to accept love, or he doesn't know what love is. And that is causing a big...
But what do you think? I mean, for me, I think the root cause of all of that is there's a conversation that needs to take place before people enter relationships that does not take place.
Yeah.
I think we're into this fairy tale version of relationships. We go cinema, we pelt popcorn at each other. It's so cute. The movie was so nice. You make sure you look your best when you go out, so he gets the impression that you're always looking your best. And all these crazy stuff where we don't have the conversation that we need to have. We don't talk about childhood. We don't talk about past relationships. We don't talk about communication. We don't talk about any of the things. We don't talk about spirituality. We don't talk about finances. We don't talk about stuff. We don't talk, exactly. We don't talk, full stop. So it's not even, and I like that, it's the fact that we don't talk.
Yeah, we don't talk.
We don't talk at all.
Yeah.
And then you get involved with somebody that you don't know. Mm-hmm. This is somebody you've dated.
Yeah.
So you've enjoyed drinks, you've enjoyed cinema, you've enjoyed the sex, you've enjoyed all those cushy, mushy things that they say form a relationship. And then you get involved and realize that when the rubber meets the road, this is not really what I signed up for. I'm in a relationship with somebody that I don't even know.
And later on, it's more like body language now.
Yeah, so everybody upset in a house and everybody angry. And then when you get to tipping point is where abuse steps in.
Yeah.
Whether physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, because you didn't talk.
Yeah.
So you've just given me an amazing thing, because I would normally say they don't talk about certain things, but they don't talk at all. They don't talk. And that's on both sides of the divide, because sometimes women talk and they don't talk.
Yeah.
A woman could talk for an hour without saying much, to be honest, because Bishop T.D. Jakes put it quite interestingly. He said, women talk in circles and men talk in a straight line.
Yeah.
And that is something that I found to be so true.
Yeah.
You know, so you come home, you would probably say to your wife, you know, so what's for dinner? Well, while I was driving today, I saw Suzette at the supermarket, and we had a good long chat. And we started walking through the aisles, and, you know, Massey's really organized. And all of that before she can tell you, lamb. Yeah. We talk in circles. And I have learned how to not talk in so many circles and try to, you know, be more direct with my communication skills over the years, because we really do talk in circles, and men speak in a straight line.
Yeah, but the scene, and that's it. Yeah. Conversation done. Just
conversation finish.
Done.
And a lot going on the inside.
You know.
But I think it would take men who recognize all of what we've just described to say, you know what, it's okay. The conversation needs to change. So even if you share a situation and your brethren, as they say, find it's a movie or find it funny, somebody needs to be man enough to say, you know what, it's not really funny, you know, because what he's going through, all of us could be going through, and that's not how we treat our own brother. Somebody needs to talk.
And then somebody else is going to say, boy, be no business, boy.
That's okay.
And, you know.
But it shouldn't stop you from talking. Mm-hmm. Even if somebody goes against what you're saying to be truth, that's okay. That's okay. Look, for example, you know, you're driving and people just want to cross the road wild, and there's a pedestrian crossing.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah.
You speak about it all the time. The pedestrian crossing doesn't change. Mm-hmm. But I really believe in being solution oriented, and our men, because our women, although this is a woman's worth, whilst you know your worth, if you don't understand men, you will end up running a feminist movement thinking you don't need men. And a lot of women are so independent that they feel that they don't need a man, which means they have a misconception of the value that they're supposed to be adding to a man's life, and vice versa. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Little Africa. Come check us for your quality African outfit and fabric. Get your African print and garments at affordable prices, authentic, original, and of high quality. At number 124 Montrose Main Road, Chaguanas. For further information, call 264-6102. Little Africa for quality African outfits and fabric. Trinidad and Tobago Corporate Training Academy is offering all its courses online. Yes, it's for your convenience. Courses include customer services, corporate protocol and etiquette, communications and emotional intelligence, Christian counseling workshop, leadership and governance, entrepreneurship, public speaking, and much, much more, with a host of qualified facilitators. For further inquiries, visit our website at www.tttcorporatetrainingacademy.com. Let all things be done decently and in order.
Yeah, so we're back, and I mean, I like some of the comments that are coming in on the Facebook Live and on other platforms. You know, someone is saying, you know, you're on point. Too many talk, but very little solutions, if any at all. Too much men are dealing with a lot that are their responsibility, and some have created these problems for themselves. Yes, and some think their solutions is in the arms of another woman. That's powerful.
Yeah,
that's powerful, because you tend to suppress things thinking that it's not your responsibility to deal with it, rather than accepting responsibility. I know the 29th of May is going to be powerful, because we've worked with Dr. Popperwell before, and he really understands how men think and how women think towards men. So on the 29th of May at 5 p.m., that is going to be an amazing platform. And it's okay. If you want to be on the Zoom privately, fine. If you want to join the Facebook Live, that too is fine. It's not something that's going to happen overnight where men are going to be like, okay, we're not going to make fun of this thing.
It comes like we need comforting too.
Yes, but then some men come across like they want to be so macho and they have no emotions.
That's when we outside with our friends. We tend to be macho.
Right.
If she leave and go down bothering me, that's when we outside with friends. When you're inside by yourself, it's a whole different thing.
Where's this woman?
It's a whole different thing.
So the conversation is there. So then there needs to be platforms for men.
Yeah, it's like a pips. You want to be outside, you're macho. You had to let the block or the corner feel that you're
handling things.
You're in something. You're handling things. You come out, you dress up, you smell nice, and when you really hear the cry on the inside, you're not doing nothing. You're not paying a bill. You're not cleaning up. You're not all that dress up and fancy thing.
Wow.
And, so it's a whole different. You understand?
I get it. I mean, I had a glimpse at a book by Bishop Dr. Dexter James called Men Hurt Too.
Yeah, we hurt.
Men hurt too.
Hurt. We hide it though.
Wow.
We hurt. I hurt a lot.
I'm going to get you a book.
Yeah. I cry a lot. I'm not ashamed to say. I cry a lot because I know.
And that's not a bad thing though. That's nothing to be ashamed
after
of.
I cry, himself is for about a half an hour.
You feel better.
I feel better.
Because you would have exhaled.
I take a sleep. I will study it again. I will cry after, but the cry wouldn't be as long as the first cry, but eventually all the tears will dry up.
Right.
And then, I love to talk to myself too.
And you know what? I believe one of the start to the solution, other than the event on the 29th of May, is to create a platform for men to be comfortable to say how they feel.
Yeah.
Just talk. Let men just talk. You could take your camera off, you could keep your camera on, but men hurt too. And men need the platform as, we
need to be loved. We need, just like how you women need support, you need that love. Sometimes you pass a little pinch. We need, come a little
But sometimes, I'm not defending, I don't want to say that I'm not or I am defending the woman, but sometimes I think, so maybe it's that some women don't really understand men because sometimes...
Some men don't understand women.
That too. Yeah. Because even women who may want to offer that shoulder to lean on or may want to start a conversation, let's have this dialogue concerning this particular thing, that's it. They don't know how because in the middle of Arsenal versus Liverpool is not the time to try to have a conversation with a man about anything.
Yeah. Well, we were speaking about something off air there.
Yeah.
And just based on what you just said there, it comes like, they really don't know how to, how to start the conversation. Because, okay, Tianti, my daughters, they went out, and they're supposed to come back in a certain time. They didn't.
Right.
I trip off. I was, verbally abusive to them until the next day. Well, my eldest daughter, she couldn't take it and, she left and went by her family.
Okay.
And is only after my cousin, she called me and she said, Cameron, let me talk to you. She said, these girls and them, they only did that because you're coming home, your face grumpy. They're afraid to talk to daddy. They say you're not the same person as you was before. You used to come home, you used to play games, you used to make everybody laugh and smile, but it says like something bothering you, and you're bringing it home. So I went in my gallery and I sit down and started to talk to myself and I say, it's true.
So you see, you accept responsibility.
Yeah, I say, it's true. I really used to come home and make everybody smile, bring home little gifts, this for you, and all that change. All that came and changed, and when I realized that I was in the wrong, I started to cry again.
Wow.
I started to bawl, I started to cry, and
that's not bad.
That's when I came. I explained it to Mr. Benoit.
Right.
And he gave me advice, tell me, don't worry, everything will be okay. And the following evening, I went home
Mm-hmm.
and I called everyone together.
Right.
Everyone, from the smallest, even to my wife. And I apologized to each and
good on
everyone.
you. Kudos on you, because that's accepting
Everyone.
responsibility
Even
and
my
taking
son,
action.
I said, even if I cursed you or if I embarrassed you in front of your friend at any time, I can't remember, I'm sorry.
That's applaudable.
I say I'm sorry because what I did, I was taking out my frustration on you all, and I'm going to try and work on my behavior now.
Wow.
You know, and sometimes you have guests here, and some of the conversation I feel so bad on the inside. I just,
Yeah.
as I said, we don't know who to talk to.
Okay, we
I'm
will fix that.
ashamed. We
No.
are ashamed.
Don't be. I don't think you should
know?
be ashamed,
But after I spoke to them, it was like everything.
because
Yeah.
we've highlighted more than we
Yeah.
intended to. Because I know we're talking Mental Health Awareness
Yeah.
Month, but we've opened. I don't want to call it a can of worms, but we've
it's a lot.
opened a lot.
It's a lot.
And I have always been solution oriented. And thank you, Michael, for all that information, because men hurt too.
We hurt bad.
And they lash out in the wrong ways.
Yes,
we
we do.
may call it the wrong way
Yeah.
because we know the right
No,
way.
we do lash
but
out
for,
in the
but
wrong
for
way.
someone who doesn't know the right way, they're not lashing out the wrong way. They're lashing out the
Yeah.
only way they know how. So it's time to talk.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take
It's
this
time to
back.
change.
Yeah, we need to change some things
Change
because
my
that's the
behavior.
purpose of this program, to highlight different problems and come with the solution. So Mr. Raymond Popplewell, clinical
You
psychologist.
want to take a few calls?
Okay. Well, okay, let's see.
6223937.
Oh,
Good afternoon. Welcome. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon and welcome.
Good
You
afternoon.
make me love you a little more this evening, boy. I've never spoken to you before, but right away, as you
Yeah.
said, as you admitted to lashing out, know, I remember you speaking about the tickets you got and
Yeah.
what happened. And I say, all these things
Yes.
on your mind, and then the children come home late. Maybe it didn't even happen, so but I'm thinking things happening to you all during the day, and then this happened too. And I was just saying, oh Lord, dear, we really don't pay attention to the times, and I see you as a big, strong person. You're going out to work, and
Yes.
But and you're real.
Thank you very much.
May the Lord just continue to strengthen you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
miss.
you, caller.
Love you much,
Love you.
brother. Love you
Love
much,
you
brother.
too. Have
And
a
we
blessed
are
day.
around such good people like my little brother John.
Oh, okay.
Well, he's not my biological brother,
Yes,
but
yes.
I just refer to him as my little brother.
Okay.
So good afternoon, have a good evening, and to the presenter.
Thank you so much.
Same to you. Have
You
a
know,
nice one.
Mikel Lazama on the Facebook Live is
Mikel.
saying, men matter too. Yes, you
Yes.
guys matter.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yes, good afternoon, listening, interesting. And we have to remember that even in their home, when we have daughters and sons, the girl could fall and bruise her knee, and she can cry. The boy falls, bruises his knee, he cries, and we say, big boys don't cry. And that is how we have conditioned
Yes.
our sons,
Yeah.
to grow up not having that softer part that can take them through different crises as they grow up.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
good. That's
so
true.
that's
Thank you.
that's
Thank you for your contribution.
Good afternoon. Welcome. Hello.
Hi, good evening. Is this the talk program, sir?
Yeah,
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Yeah.
I was now listening to your program, and I didn't hear quite the whole story. But I have some personal challenges as well with my household, and I don't know. I just reached a point where the last part I heard on the 29th what would be taking place, but I didn't get the first part.
Sure.
Okay.
So on Saturday, the 29th of May at 5 p.m., we are doing a Facebook Live, but we also have a private forum via Zoom where we will be speaking to men who hurt too, who are going through stuff, who need help, who don't know where to turn, who have been suppressing their emotions for quite some time, who are on the brink of a breakdown, or who just need general advice. So that's on the 29th of May. But I heard you mention that your situation may be a little bit more dire, more serious, more time sensitive.
It's very sensitive. It's very, very hurtful.
Okay, so let me pause you so that I'm gonna take your details offline and I'm gonna have someone speak to you, because this is really important. I don't want you to, respond wrongfully.
Yes, so you can give me a number.
So he's off air with Cameron, giving his details, and I mean, as soon as Cameron comes off the line, we can take calls. But this is just amazing to see that men need help.
First name.
Sisters, we need to be more sensitive as well. And thank you so much for everyone on the Facebook Live. I'm trying to see if I can't read all the comments, but I appreciate you all. And we have a few men in our network in the NGO Caribbean Women Honors and Empowerment. I also know a lot of men who can speak to these things. So that caller will get some help today. So as soon as we come off the air, we're going to put that in place.
Great.
There you go.
Well, at least he's something like me. I try and reach out for help.
Yeah.
Because
exactly. Just try and reach out.
We don't know how to reach out. I'm speaking on behalf of the men.
Of the men, yeah.
We don't know how to reach out.
And then there's that barrier.
And we hurt.
And we hurt too.
We cry.
You guys hurt too.
Some people take out their hurt and they transform it into violence. And,
yes.
And
that's what we're trying to avoid.
Yeah. So, I've never been grown up that way,
right.
Seeing lashing and hitting. So
then you put your pillow over your face and you cry.
I had a problem with my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I worked on it.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I mean, wow, this was really awesome.
I didn't know that. Well, I mean, we're out of time, but just to drop this in, I didn't know that women feel so bad, like verbal abuse. I didn't know it was so powerful.
Yeah, words.
It was some years ago.
Yes.
My mom, she put me in and she said, Cameron, let me tell you something. Here's my son. She said the worst thing to do is to curse a woman. She said women just feel real bad when you tell them things.
I mean, human beings in general, but words hurt.
Friend, my mom told me that it was like like somebody takes something and scrape out the inside.
Yeah.
I feel so bad.
Yeah.
And that was about...
We grew up hearing different stuff, though. We grew up in primary school. We used to hear sticks and stones will break your bones and words cannot hurt you. That is not true.
Words hurt.
Words hurt. Words are powerful. Words really hurt. Thank you so much, Sister Allison.
Yeah.
Claudette, Diane, a lot of people.
We really need somebody to really, we need that. It come like, don't feel like a big man. I need a little guidance too.
Yeah.
You always need a little guidance.
Yeah.
Need somebody, we're doing shippiness.
So, I think we need a forum where we can break, men can break down and then build back up.
Because if something happened to you now, you're going to see about more than one coming to your assistance.
Yeah.
If something happened to me, you will see one. You might see none.
Wow. So, and I mean, I understand what you're saying, because if something should happen to me, all my brothers will come, all my sisters, all my friends will come. And then if something happened to a guy, he can handle his stories, man.
I ain't seen that man long time. I ain't seen that.
And then they laugh.
Whole week, long time I ain't seen that man, but
that's unfortunate. And I know we have the Trinidad and Tobago Corporate Training Academy. Before the end of the week, we will do a Facebook Live where we're going to give away a scholarship, because we're out of time to do that. And I don't want to rush giving out the scholarship. Mikhail is saying, we men can't ignore our feelings. Don't hurt other people feeling angry. We need to open up and talk about it.
Yeah.
How we feel, and don't let ourselves as men get so angry. And that's so true. That's so true. So again, Saturday the 29th of May, 5 p.m., Eden Thomas. Yes, men need help, and we hurt too, but we have to let go and move on after going through a breakup. And that's what he did, and he did not regret it. Sister
But we
Valerie,
need that help too in order to, we need to know how to let go too,
Exactly.
We need to know how to let go.
And if it's applicable to let go, because sometimes there's some things that we're fighting for that we let go.
Yeah.
So this is interesting. This is Mental Health Awareness Month. Wow. We probably will, you don't know, we might continue the conversation because a lot of people need help and they are calling for help. So we're going to see how that happens. I want to say thank you to everyone who has been locked on. The comments are just flowing. So
And we're really out of time.
We're
now.
out of time. So thank you everyone for tuning
you.
in. Thank you, Cameron.
Have a blessed one.
Have a blessed one.
Tune in every Monday at 1:30 p.m.